What's up, parrot heads? Welcome to Coming Monday, a podcast about Jimmy Buffett. I am your host, Caleb McCraw, and joining me here on Coming Monday Island is my fellow castaway, Mike Brown Hat Postolakis.
Nobody calls me that.
True.
What's up, dude?
What is up? Gosh,
We're back, baby.
we are back. We know there's been a bit of a delay, but that's because we had catastrophic level weather hit Nashville. Not a hurricane like a Jimmy Buffett podcast should have been out of business for, but a historic, I think, ice storm and a little bit of news. So I was out of power for, I believe, 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And Aiden, our producer, was out of power for Aiden. How long was it?
It was 10 days.
10
days.
days.
NES, where are you, baby?
Exactly. It was crazy. Did you lose power?
Never once.
That's
And
You are so lucky.
my wife, who I love a lot, was trapped on the East Coast with her family. So it was just me and Sydney Sweeney's lingerie launch. Shout out to you, girl. I mean, that was a real. I was like, she put it on Instagram. I mean, what timing? And I was like screenshotting stuff just in case I did lose power.
Dude, so I lost power like early Saturday, like 5 a.m. Saturday. So I woke up and there was no power. And it's losing power is fine. Aiden can probably speak to this too. But once you hit like hour 5 of not having power, that's when things get real weird because you're like, all right, what's happening? Like, what are we doing?
I spoke about it with friend of the pod, Lee Kimbrell.
Oh, yeah.
It starts off as an adventure.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? We can do this. We've got the stuff. Then, a few hours in, starts getting a little bit cold in the house. Realizing you can't use certain appliances that you haven't even put together yet.
Yeah.
And then by the time when it's nighttime, you're like, it's cold in this place.
Sure.
Yeah, I had the thing. When it started to get dark, that's when things get real. Like,
That's when the chuds come out.
we got to make a decision of like what we're going to do.
So what did you do?
So my lady, she didn't lose power. So I stayed with her.
My
That
lady.
really moves a relationship pretty fast.
Yes,
Huh?
it does.
Wow.
Which is what like it was. I was so because like I said, like she was with me like when I first lost power, and then you kind of are sitting there and you're like, oh, we'll be fine. And then it started to get dark, and she was like, do you think we might need to go to my place? I have power still, and I was like, if we're gonna do that, that decision needs to get made like right now. Like we have to leave because we can't be on the road driving with, but like because like that's one thing you don't realize either is like when power's out, like. It's not your house. It's everything. Like street lights don't work. Street lamps don't work.
For a
Like,
big power outage,
traffic
yeah.
lights don't work. It's like, the McDonald's sign is off. Like it's crazy stuff like that you don't think about. Like you're driving around at night and it is dark.
Yes. The second night, whenever we went to a hotel, we stayed the first night because we were like, hopefully it'll be on in the morning. But it was crazy because you could oversee the city, the skyline, and it was just off the first. Eventually, the next night stuff started to turn on little by little, but it was pretty wild to see that.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, because like, I guess what other places have had like the other thing that was crazy too was when you were leaving, or like when I was like, cause I know my lady, she doesn't live in the city, she lives outside of it. So when we were driving, I was like, let's go ahead and leave. You're driving and like you see trees like down, and then also like the first day there was like ice pulling trees like down over the road, and you're like driving underneath the tree and you're like, there's like 3 inches of ice on this tree and it's above my car. And it's like,
I know. I was kind of hoping it would land on my Land Rover. Take me out of my misery with that
dude,
thing.
but like there were like, it was crazy to see like trees and stuff just like on top of cars. Like trees fell on top of houses. Like the last time I saw like devastation like that was when I lived in Charleston and we had a hurricane hit. That's the only way I could really describe how it looked, was something like that. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that in terms of weather. It was
Looked like
pretty
Mr. Freeze got us.
I know. Like I saw a guy, they took a picture, I think it was on the news. A guy held up a stick that had ice on it, and he had a ruler, and it was like 2 inches thick of ice just on a stick.
I have a picture I'll throw in just of a berry, something outside, but like some sort of like berry crab apple, we'll call it, and it had about an inch of ice all around it.
Yeah, I think I have pictures of it too. I'll send you stuff from my
Okay.
house because it's like pretty wild to see. But like, I guess like, and Nashville didn't have power for, I guess like Nashville as a city in total didn't have power for like 10 days. I guess the only other time there's been like a mass like blackout like that, the only one I know of is like New York in the 70s. That's like the crazy one.
Summer of Sam.
Summer of Sam. That's a good movie if you've never seen it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not a bad movie. And then also The Bronx is Burning. It's covered in that too.
Yeah.
Which is a great miniseries.
Great
by
book.
ESPN and a fantastic book. But I guess you wrote
No, I was warm and toasty. I was having a good ass time.
Yeah.
It was good.
fantastic.
You and Sydney.
Yeah, me and Sydney Sweeney, baby.
It was fun though because I remember I went to work like we closed the first 2 days and then I went to work the day after, and I remember that was just weird because like we have a big tree in the parking lot and it was just in the middle of the parking lot, and like, that's what's crazy too is like it didn't melt for so long. You're just kind of sitting around and you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, there's still some here.
But yeah, we're back. We're back now.
Got that. We're back.
Yeah, we're back, baby. Don't worry. That cold weather thawed, and coming Monday came right back.
Yeah, but it's almost time to break out the Hawaiian shirts again.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Looking
I
forward
just
to
want
it.
to go to the beach so badly.
We're here.
Yeah, we.
For $7.99, the beach comes to you.
It was so cold. It was the worst.
Yeah, I just I'm trying to even think what I did. I watched a lot of movies and
Anything you watch? Anything particular?
man, what did I watch? I don't know. I have this bad movie in my head. My wife and I went to go see this is obviously past the snowstorm, but we went to go see Send Help. Yeah, speaking of you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Stinker.
I haven't seen
Turkey. And it's, you know what's crazy?
I haven't seen it yet. We should have seen it and done it for the pod. It takes place on an island.
We walked out. I hated it so much.
Is it Rachel McAdams?
Yeah.
And Bill number
It's yeah. Terrible. And it was like you ever hate something and then you like look it up and it's like getting good reviews and it just drives you up a wall?
Because you don't know. It's like, did I not recognize something, or is everybody having some weird mass psychosis?
Yeah.
You might
Yeah.
find this surprising, but I'm not wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm blaming everybody else.
Oh yeah.
This isn't spoiling the movie, but like, see, here's one thing I don't understand. CGI in movies is like worse now than like when I was growing up, like in the 90s.
We talked about this today at work. So we were talking about favorite like movie series, I guess. And I was like, I love Pirates of the Caribbean. And I was like, I think they're really good movies. And somebody was like, hey, did you watch those recently? I was like, yeah. And they're like, do they hold up? I was like, yes, they look better than most movies now.
Yeah.
Like, because back then, CGI was such a new thing. I think they really wanted to get it right. Because they were like, you have to kind of be immersed in, like, these are walking skeleton men. And, like, you have to, like, not get pulled away from the fact that it's CGI. So, like, how can you make them look as real as possible?
Sure. I mean, I don't know what the answer is because there's no like logical reason why
It got worse.
it got worse. Like even like Jurassic Park, which I also think stinks, but it's so boring. It's so
I haven't seen it in a
boring.
while, I'm not
It's like
gonna lie.
it's like a homework the movie. But that being said, the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and that movie's 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Look better than anything today. And like Send Help was directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
I love Sam Raimi. Love The Evil Dead 2. I love those movies. And
Love the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
not bad, but those are like at least practical stunts and stuff. And with the Evil Dead movies, he like became famous by using like practical gore and stuff. Dude, everything in Send Help is fake, and I'm just like not reacting to it. Like again, this doesn't spoil it, but like because they're on an island. There's a scene where like a bug is going, and Dylan O'Brien's so hungry, and he like grabs the bug and eats it, but the bug is so fake looking. I was just like, what am I supposed to, I'm not grossed out. I know it's not real.
Yeah.
And I've seen people eat bugs in movies.
Yeah.
Nick Cage ate one for something. He was like a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
Not once bitten, but doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, like, it takes me like completely out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Going back to Jurassic Park, I heard somebody say this one time. They were like, the whole thing that eliminates Jurassic Park as being a realistic scenario is not the fact that they make dinosaurs come to life. It is not the fact that they have all this computer stuff. It is the fact that they're like, we want to have a real, what is the term? What's the doctor who does
a scientist?
No, the guy who does like dinosaurs or whatever, paleontologist. We want to have a real paleontologist sign off on how realistic the park is, because you know what? He'd be like, well, that's not realistic. They'd be like, we don't care. It's a real dinosaur. Yeah. People will pay for it. Yeah. They would be like, why are you here exactly?
Nah, to me, Jurassic Park's too it's too schmaltzy. It's like the worst instincts like of Spielberg. It's like, I mean, a raptor would tear those kids apart, and they're like karate kicking it. Yeah, it's like everything that's great about Jaws. I feel like he did the opposite in Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do love Jaws.
Jaws is amazing, and it's because you never see that shark. It's like your imagination. And again, this goes to CGI. It's like, I don't need to see everything. Let my imagination fill in the blanks. Mm-hmm. And instead, they just give you slop.
You know, it's one of the first like groups or people to really figure that out was Laurel and Hardy, the comedy team. Like a lot of their early sound stuff,
as opposed to lawyers. Yes, they can put it in context.
I don't know how old the people watching this podcast are.
They were around when I was banging. You're telling me?
Exactly. I don't know how old the possible people watching this podcast are, or who are listening to it with their parents in the car.
We got a Jimmy Buffett podcast. We're skewering old.
But Laurel and Hardy, like their early sound movies, like they were the first people to be like, hey, I got to go over here and do something. And then you just hear like a loud bang, and then he walks out and he's like covered in something. And it's like, that's a very good idea.
100%. I mean, comedy and horror work almost by the same rules, which
Laurel
is like
and Hardy meet Frankenstein.
Ooh, Abbott and Costello, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Great picture. But they work almost in the same thing of like, the less you actually see, the funnier / scarier it is, you know? When you see everything, you're just like, all right.
Callbacks and foreshadowing as well.
Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Callbacks and comedy. Great.
Yeah.
That is because that's the first movie that really did that, and I think I realized I didn't like it was like Saw, because like Saw shows you everything. And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't really. He's like, one, I don't care for gory movies because they just kind of they gross me out more than they scare me. I'm just like, I don't want to watch this. It's like that's how I feel when I see movies like that. I'm like,
if they're done right, I tend to love them. I wouldn't say like I'm not Bo Cowan. Let's see if he listens. But I wouldn't say I'm like a huge gore fan, but like some of movies that I absolutely love are like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Well, I won't say that like I don't like gory movies, but like there are certain like they'll like shock gore and stuff. I'm just like I'm just like I don't want to watch this. Like that's that's what I mean. It's like when I see like a saw trap, it's like you have to stab this into your eye, and it like shows you like him. I'm like I don't want to see that.
Right, you're not a Terrifier.
Exactly.
Guy.
I don't think Terrifier is good. I don't like it. I don't want that clown coming after me though.
Scary stuff, man. And that's like a thing I never like found like clowns funny, but man, those movies are
yikes.
They're a little too good. Yeah. They're like, I'm like, oh, you're very creative with this. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know.
That's one of those movies. The first time I was like, who made this and what do they got going on?
Yeah, my buddy just had a movie that he wrote come out, directed by one of the Saw guys. But
the first Saw is good because it does that. It doesn't show you anything.
Yeah.
They show you the aftermath. They never show you what actually happened.
Yeah, you can go through a bunch of movies like that. Mm-hmm. Like, again, you go back to like slasher movies, and Halloween's the best because it's not really gory, and it's like a lot of things happen off camera or are framed in a way that you're not seeing it. It's just because again, your imagination fills in the blanks, and that's even scarier.
Well, it's like, and that's where it comes to like especially like they don't show Michael Myers for so long, or like you kind of like know who he is, but you don't know anything about him, and that's part of it too. Is like too many movies now give you all these details. That's why I don't like prequels either. It's like I don't need all this stuff.
I mean, I'm not. I don't work for the IRS. I don't need to know everyone's backstory and what they did. And, you know what I mean? Like, just give me one movie and give me another one. Give me like an original.
I know I saw these guys talking about they were rewatching the Star Wars movies, and they said if you start at Episode 4 and don't know anything, Darth Vader is just some guy. There's no there's no like huge thing about like, oh man, this guy, because like the mystique is built up in like the first couple movies, and like after, I guess when they realized like, oh, that's the guy we can market, like that's the big thing. Because it's like they talk about it, it's like there's a meeting on the Death Star, they're at a like table, and he's just also sitting there. it's like it'd be like if a guy was dressed like a wizard at like an Apple meeting, and they're like, who's this? It's like, oh, that's the CEO's buddy. He's like he has this weird thing where he believes that like things in his blood can help make things float, and you're like, okay. Because literally a guy's like back talks him, and it's like he just kind of chokes him with the force, and it's like because he doesn't know who he is, and that's what's so funny. It's like it's just a dude.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, they didn't have any plans for that. I mean, you got the who turned out to be brother and sister kissing. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but it's so funny. Like when that was pointed out to me, it is hilarious. He's just like sitting there, like a guy in like a robot outfit.
And I mean, the prequel. Don't get me started on prequels. I'm going to keep going though. But it's like they're. I hate them because it's like I'll even say something that like people loved, which is Better Call Saul. I tried to watch the first episode, and if I remember correctly, in the first episode, the gang leader takes Saul out to the desert and puts a gun to his head. And I turned the show off, and I never watched it again because it's like there's no tension here. I know he survives. So what am I actually watching? Like this is like dumb.
I never even, waste of time. Honestly, I never even considered a prequel not being entertaining for that reason, where it's like, well, I know this eventually works out. I guess I never even thought about that. I guess that is a good point.
Yeah, thank you.
Because
I don't think you've ever given me credredit for anything.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
It's shocking. I can't believe I said that either. But because I've always just never liked prequels because like I remember Patton Oswalt had a joke about that, about the prequel trilogy. He's like, I don't care where things come from. I just like what I like. He's like, I like cake. I don't need. He's like, well, how about this? Would you like this picture of a bunch of flour and some eggs? And it's like, no.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's basically what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. I know he survives, and I don't know, man. Do people like forget how to do this? It's pretty wild that people like have forgotten how to do things like make movies.
Yeah. We've gone ad nauseum about how movie magic has been completely lost.
Yeah. But it's not even like that. It just seems like basic, like, I don't know, man. All the trailers ahead of Send Help looked terrible. In fact, two of them were like the same exact movie. It was like a woman, one was in a hotel, one's in a house. And then there's a dozen people who are trying to kill them. That's the same movie. You know what I mean? Like, what am I even choosing between? I guess which girl I want to see succeed. I know they're going to succeed, so it's like
that'd be a brutal end to that movie. Stands by. If you're going to do a movie about someone trapped on an island, it needs to be one man. Castaway. It really does speak to how good of a movie Castaway is.
I don't think I've ever seen Castaway, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember we watched.
I'm not a big Tom Hanks guy.
You know what's funny? We watched that going to church camp on our charter bus. I don't know why they chose that movie. It doesn't make any sense. But
you guys want to watch this or Alive?
But I remember we watched it, and I was just like, I remember the whole time I was like, this is very good. I was like, this is a weird setting for us to see this. The only other movie we had was Monty Python's The Holy Grail, and we made it halfway through that before one of the adults made us change it.
Oh yeah, why? There's nothing.
It's nothing inappropriate, but I think they were just kind of like. I think there is a scene. Isn't there a scene where they go to like the nunnery or whatever? Is that what they call it? Nunnery, where there's a bunch of nuns living.
Yeah,
but that like aren't they like naked or something in it? I can't remember.
I don't know. Maybe. More of a Life of Brian guy.
Life of Brian.
Yeah, that's the classic.
See, there's another. I remember there's a great documentary about Monty Python on Netflix called like The Almost True Story.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember I watched that the weekend I graduated from college because my parents were coming down, and I stayed on campus because I didn't have an apartment. And so like all my friends like left because they either had apartments or they were like going home. But my parents were just driving in. So I just like sat there, and it was like an 8-part thing. I watched all 8 parts in a day.
I've watched that like 3 or 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big
It's so
Python
good.
guy.
I love Python. I think they're so good.
Although, Kids in the Hall,
Kids in the Hall?
better.
I haven't seen enough Kids in the Hall to comment, but
Really?
I mean,
they're
I've
so
watched.
good.
I was a big, because like being the age I am, Whitest Kids You Know was like our sketch group thing.
Yeah, they were good. I knew a couple of those guys.
They were
I don't know.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. dude.
R.I.P. Yeah, Trevor Moore. Did you you ever watch Kids in the Hall? Is that track for you?
No, I
man.
definitely Whitest Kids You Know, but no, I didn't know about Kids in the Hall. That was a sketch group.
However,
Yeah.
I love Monty Python too. One of my favorite Family Guy cutaways is like they have this kid staying with him who's like a bad kid, and he's like, "You're not gonna believe what he's doing. He's making Meg stay in the basement and watch the 18 hours of the unfunny Monty Python stuff." And it has like a clip of him being like, "I'm gonna walk around, and every time my foot hits the ground, I'm gonna say boing, 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 boing."
Yeah, I mean I'm a big sketch guy, and I think of like you'll relate to this. I think of sketch comedy groups as like, what's their batting average?
Yeah.
Like how many
Yes.
and to me, like Kids on the Hall have the highest batting average. They have like a lot of great sketches. Like Monty Python, they were just silly sometimes. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right.
Yeah.
But
they were
movie
British.
wise, they rule.
But they were British, and that's crazy to British people that men can be silly. You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the funny thing.
Sure.
That's what.
But you go back, you ever watch The Goon Show?
I know what that is. I've listened to clips of it because of the Monty Python thing.
Yeah.
They've said
Peter Sellers and Spike Milligan and
who's
a
that
couple
one
other
guy,
guys.
Peter Cook or whatever? He was
Peter Cook was from Beyond the Fringe.
Okay,
with Dudley Moore.
because he was
Also
like
good.
because he was another one who like they said was their inspiration. So I listened to a lot of his stuff, and I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, Spike Milligan Cook was great.
Yeah, Cook was good. And then I've listened to some of the early like Goon Show stuff, but I haven't really gotten too crazy into it.
Yeah, I mean it's I appreciate it. It's not like something I'm gonna sit around and listen to.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't carry over well.
yeah.
Speaking of things that are horrible and boring to watch, the Super Bowl was this week at time of recording. Good Lord, that sucked. We won't touch on it too much just because it's whatever, because I think everybody saw it, but it's just you guys all saw
And
it.
everyone had an opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah. You can all go if you want to. You can go watch a guy kick a ball 5 times if you'd like to, but it's just
Yeah, the game was boring. I turned it off at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly probably would have if I wasn't at a party with other people.
Yeah. You were at a party?
Yeah, it wasn't one that you could be invited to, Mike.
Okay.
And my birthday party was this weekend.
Well, I was waiting to talk about that. We had a good time.
We did have a great time. I turned 29 years old.
29.
That was crazy. Aiden broke my couch. And
Did you really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. At first, I thought it was a problem that was there before, but no.
What'd you do? A cannonball or something?
Yeah.
he was like, I think I broke your couch. I was like, I'm sure it's fine. And then I sat down. I was like, Aiden broke my couch.
I had a good time. I had a piece of pizza, a slice of cake, and left.
Yes.
Yeah, you dipped out
Yeah,
early.
he
How
left
did you-
early.
Yeah.
Mike's old. People forget that. Yeah, it was way more fun. It's weird when you have someone in your life that cares about you, because there was actually decorations stuff set up, which was not my doing.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice.
That was nice of Hunter.
And did she make the cake?
She did not. No, we got that from Sam's. Man, there was some bad penmanship on that cake, because that was one thing that she commented on.
Oh, I didn't see. I feel like I took a photo of it.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I remember because she was like, because she said something. She was like, the penmanship on it was kind of bad. Like she's like, take a picture of it when you pick it up, because I want to make sure it looks right. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, the handwriting's bad on that. I was like, no, it's not. And then I kind of took it out. I was like, that's not great.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I ended up, we turned the Super Bowl off and watched Best in Show and Mighty Wind.
Best in Show. What is? I'm blanking on what that is.
You ever seen Best in Show, the Christopher Guest movie
I know what it is.
at the dog show?
No, I guess I haven't.
Oh.
I know it sounds familiar.
Have you ever seen Mighty Wind?
No.
Aiden, have you ever seen these movies?
No.
Guys, what are we doing here?
What? I don't.
Are you kidding me? They're like two of the funniest comedies of like ever.
I'll have to watch Mighty. What's Mighty Wind about?
They play folk singers.
Oh, okay.
Don't you know what I'm talking about? Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy, and all those guys.
Yeah, I know who they are, but I'm trying to think of
Have you seen like Waiting for Guffman?
Waiting for Guffman. I know what it is, but I haven't seen
What
it.
are you watching? Just Telemundo? What's going on over there?
I don't. I mean,
That lady who just died.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah. So they're like their own like they're all like a lot of them are old Second City people. So it's like their own little troupe, and they just make these like mockumentaries. They're hilarious. I mean, I would start with Waiting for Guffman or Best in Show. Mighty Wind, I think, is the best movie, but it might not be the funniest,
okay.
if that makes sense.
Ooh, another big thing that did happen. The Olympics started. That's been fun. I don't know. I like the Olympics. I love international sports.
They should have. Somebody should start the Spring Olympics.
The spring.
Why? Let's go all year round.
You running bits by me?
How is it? Anything there?
It's like, would you laugh at that if you were? I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know what would be in the Spring Olympics though.
I don't know. That's where the joke writing comes in. I'm just tossing the premise out.
The Spring Olympics. The Spring Olympics. It's like we're gonna have lawn party competitions. Easter egg hunt.
that's it.
Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt. We're gonna have barbecue. Barbecue summer.
Yeah, it's got to be something there.
It's like-
Yeah, there's something there. We'll noodle with it.
There's something there.
Can I get something by this weekend? Who knows? Wait and see.
But I love international sports competitions. I think there's so much. I love the Olympics. I love the World Baseball Classic. I love the World Cup. I love all that stuff. I think it's so much fun.
Globalist. What's your favorite? So what are you watching in the Winter Olympics?
The Winter Olympics, I love watching the hockey. That's my favorite part. Is like the hockey is obviously really good. And then I mean, it's not exciting, but I mean, it's just something you can have on in the background. Like the figure skating is cool to see people do it. Did you look at the camera like that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's cool to see. I think speed skating.
Brian Boitano over here.
It's Boitano.
You're a Boitano.
I will not have this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every time I turn on the Winter Olympics, it's figure skating.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's the
get
only-
it. They're
Now there are the Winter Olympics does have the thing where it's like you turn it on and it's like cross country skiing and you're like, all right. Like the Summer Olympics is where it's at. We all know that.
100%. The Winter Olympics, I feel like, is just to boost Russia's morale. It's the only time they're doing well.
That or Norway, because Norway also cleans up at those games because they do all of like the weird skiing ones. That's always the ones that, and those are like the major ones.
Yeah, that's a great Seinfeld bit. Right? The skeet shooting, the skis and the shooting.
Oh yeah, no, I've never heard that one. I know what it is. I know it's about the biathlon, but
Yeah.
what's
You
it
just,
say?
I don't know. I mean, you could put it together.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Skiing and shooting.
Yeah.
If you could be in a Winter Olympic sport, what would you do?
I was watching curling a little bit earlier, but I don't know, man. That's
A coming Monday curling team?
I would do it, but
We moved to Trinidad and Tobago for a tax shelter, make a team.
like Jean Paul from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He's Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, but only if I could be the first guy. I'm not sweeping.
I bet
It
I
looks
could-
like
I would-
it's like part chore.
I would dominate. Are you running bits by me again?
I got 4 shows lined up this weekend. I got to do something.
Where you at?
I'm everywhere, baby. Well, actually, 3.
3.
Well, I thought it was at Johnson City this Saturday. Knoxville Friday, New Material Monday, and Fiona's show on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. But she got one half of coming Monday and didn't ask me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys start inviting Mike to these parties.
I'm the fun one.
Hey, I'll be out of your hair 20 minutes after I show up.
That is true. That's probably the nice part about Mike. I stick around too long.
I can't stay too long at places.
Yeah.
I just can't.
I get that. I did have that thing because my girlfriend commented on it. She was like, I could tell like an hour and a half in, you were like, when are these people going to get out of my house? Because like it is, obviously it is fun to have all your friends around, but then you realize all your friends are comedians. And you're like, why am I friends with the 17 loudest people on the planet?
Yeah. Yeah, there actually was a part where it was a cacophony of like, I couldn't hear anything.
I know. I went to. I remember I was in the living room and I went into the kitchen. It was just me and Daniel Hobbs, and I remember I told Daniel, I was like, it's just so nice to be in here where no one's yelling.
And then Chris Dunn walked in.
I did like go upstairs to grab something, and I was like, I would just love to crawl in a ball and crawl up in a ball and just sit up here.
Dude, I did that as a kid. I had friends over for my birthday, I think. I mean, it had to have been my birthday. And I just went upstairs and didn't want to come back down. And I was just like, I'm done. I've talked to everybody. My parents were like, these are your friends. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I understand. I was like just reading a book.
They can use the water slide too.
Yeah, they're good. They're fine.
The clown's here for everybody. I don't have to be there.
Hey, is this
that was probably my first birthday party since I was like 16 or 17.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I never did birthdays really.
Yeah, but as a kid, did you?
Not really.
No.
I'm sure my mom would take umbrage.
Did you
with
go
that.
to any?
I guess we didn't really do many, like just in general.
You keep saying we. I'm asking, did you personally?
I mean, like my friends in general, like none of the. Oh, maybe I could have been the Mike Postalakis of my friend group. I have no idea. No one invited me. They were better socially to not mention it on the podcast later. But
I remember a birthday party also as a kid, which where we first saw Aliens, the movie.
What?
Yeah, I probably was like, I was probably like
weird.
I don't even think I was 10. I would have been like 8 or 9. And I remember thinking, this movie's awesome, and there's no way we should be allowed to watch it.
Well, you got to think too. My birthday was always in a weird. So my birthday's in February, and it's usually around the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So people aren't going to come to a party and then immediately go because then the Super Bowl's like right after. So normally we didn't do anything like that. So my birthday just kind of sort of got joined into the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we had, because other times it was on the Super Bowl, which also happened before.
Oh, that's rough.
It wasn't terrible. It's just kind of like a weird. When you're a kid, you think it's kind of cool because you're like, oh, it's my birthday and the Super Bowl's happening. And then when you're an adult, you're like, I mean, as an adult man, you shouldn't celebrate your birthday. The only reason I did was because my girlfriend wanted me to.
Aiden, when's your birthday? When are we throwing a party?
In August.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. I think I was just telling my wife, I don't know anybody with an August birthday. It turns out I do.
I don't know anyone's birthday.
Okay.
I don't. You could. The only person I know is Forrest because Forrest is on a holiday. I won't put it out there what holiday it is, but because.
Oh yeah. I was mixing him up with Will Gunderson, who was born on 9/11, and I was like,
Again,
"We're calling it a holiday."
Not a holiday. Aiden refers to it as a holiday in one of our episodes.
FB, JB, and JC.
Should we talk about little Havana Daydreaming?
On that, let's get into the song. This cold weather has been causing me to do a little Havana Daydreaming.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Because, man, being in a 40-degree house when there's no power, you're like, I just wish I was on a beach somewhere. If there's no power because of a faltering electrical system, at least it can be warm.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The Havana Daydreaming, I have a very fun story about this song. The album cover for this song, or this album, Havana Daydreaming.
Oh, we have it over there.
My professor, he was a professor, as my high school economics teacher.
Well, he got downgraded pretty fast.
No, well, my high school economics teacher, Dr. Wilson, had the tattoo of the picture from the album cover on his leg. And I remember he was wearing shorts one day. I don't know why I was at school on a Saturday, because I don't know why he was wearing shorts. Because he's not the guy who would have worn shorts.
This is it.
Yeah, it's the front part with Jimmy Buffett, not the back part that has a buoy. And but yeah, this picture, I have a picture of his tattoo, and I'll ask him if we can put it in the episode. But yeah, that picture was on his leg, and I remember he was wearing shorts. I can't remember why we were at school on a Saturday for it. It was I don't think it was detention, because that would have been a bigger deal in my house. I think we were like doing a review for an AP test, and he was like, does anybody have any questions? And I raised my hand, and he was like, what is it, Caleb? I was like, is that Jimmy Buffett? And he was like, we'll talk after class.
It's fun.
But yeah, he got it touched up recently too, because it was in black and white, and he got it made into color, which I didn't know you could do with a tattoo.
Really?
Yeah.
You would think you would? I knew that.
What?
I knew that, and I don't have any
didn't know you
sinful
did.
tattoos.
All right, calm
And
down.
the Lord said, "Don't." Mark of the devil.
But
So this is man. This song's great, and it does get me. Here's the thing, you know how I feel about communism. Not a fan, but not that it works in Cuba, but it at least looks cool.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. At least the weather's nice.
Yeah.
That you have that to fall back on. It's like, because in Russia it's cold.
It's cold all the time.
That's where, we realized this recently. I was like, communism would suck if you live somewhere like this, where it's like it's 40 degrees. The hottest it is 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's ice and snow everywhere. It's like, listen, if we're chilling out, there's classic cars and good times and
good
baseball, you know?
Good Cubano sandwich.
Cubano sandwiches, cigars. You're like,
You can win me over a little
open
bit.
shirts and pork pie hats. Just like, okay, I see what we're doing, fellas. Good times. Yeah, I mean, I was like, for real, Cuba is a place I've always wanted to visit.
My wife and I we looked into it. We're gonna go eventually.
It's pretty cheap to like visit and stuff. I've heard too. Like,
it's cheap, but it's you have to file some paperwork, which is obviously what's holding me up because I don't want to do that. But you just can't like book a flight and go there.
Yeah,
You know.
my dream is to try and travel internationally this summer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might go to
You're like Truman from the Truman Show.
I really am.
This is the most exotic thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is. If they didn't have it at the Myrtle Beach boardwalk, then I never saw it. So
We're gonna go to Ireland, right?
yeah, Ireland's probably where I'm gonna go. I've been looking at a couple different places, but Ireland seems to be the front runner for what I'm gonna do.
Now, do they say like when's the best time to visit Ireland?
I'm not sure. I mean, the only time it would probably work would be like the summer for me. But
I'm sure it's a good time, actually.
yeah, I'm sure it's fine. But I'm excited to do it. But Cuba, I've always wanted to visit because I think it'd be cool. I've heard it's like it's super nice. That's the only thing too. And that's
I'm sure at the hotels.
Yeah.
It's nice. Who knows?
the classic cars and stuff too. Plus baseball. Love baseball.
Can you go down there and buy one of those cars and bring it back?
I imagine there's a great deal of paperwork involved with that.
That's how they get you. I hate paperwork.
Paperwork is the worst.
Why do they have those cars?
It's because they don't get any more. They don't have any more exports or imports.
Is that why?
Yeah, because they're all classic American cars, and America
Sure, I
has a
get
trade
that.
embargo, so they don't get American cars.
How are they
anymore.
keeping them going?
Because they're classic cars and they're not computers. They're literally just, if a piece is broken, you just unscrew it and put the one that works in there. and keep
They
going.
really screwed us, huh? I think of my car. My car is like all electric.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted the tree to fall on it.
I mean, because like that's the thing. It's like they're like, how are they able to keep these going? It's like, because it's just a machine. He's like, you literally just take a part out and replace it, and it works again. Everything.
But how are
now
they getting the parts?
Well, you can make the parts. Like you can make a screw in an engine block. Like they don't have like the shell, I guess. But even then, you could probably make one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's not the issue. There's a whole bunch you can watch a whole bunch of stuff about like the classic car culture down there because it is super cool.
Yeah.
Because talk about Havana Daydreaming, man. Just cruising around in like a '57 Chevelle, Island Breeze.
A big part
Trying to
of
sell this guy.
So-
Don't worry.
if you're a citizen in Cuba, you have to have government authorization to even buy a vehicle.
See,
So you
there it
can't-
is.
yeah.
There it goes. Come on. I mean, come on.
So it's difficult to sell, and it's impossible internationally. Is kind of what I'm saying.
See, it doesn't work. Mom Dami.
Now the fins to the left, fins to the right.
If the only way to get there is a way to get it from to the U.S., it has to be over 25 years old and meet all the emission standards. But basically, off of what
So
I'm
the
seeing,
U.S. becomes a problem if you ask me.
I know, dude, everywhere you go, they're right up your butt.
you'd
Stop,
almost
man.
have to buy from someone potentially higher up to even get that.
Yeah, I
to
mean
work.
that's communism. You just find the guy higher up to grease the wheels.
right.
Some people would say that happens regardless. But okay.
Yeah, but at least everybody else has a shot to rise up and be the guy who gets greased. You know?
Be the guy that gets greased.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the wording on that was kind of.
No, sure, yeah. Well, that's what I call it when I tip somebody. You got greased.
I know. I know the terminology. It's just fine to hear. You can be that. You can rise up and be the guy that gets greased. You're like, okay, whoa.
Well, I was going on a playoff Greek.
But the song itself is very good. I love. This is such a good song. It's one of the ones I always listen to.
Probably. I was actually surprised we hadn't, because you suggested this, and I was like, I feel like we've done that album a lot, but we actually haven't.
We haven't. Have we done any others?
No, we haven't done any of these.
There's a couple really good songs on this.
Oh, they're almost all good.
Oh yeah, actually, I would.
This might be like,
That's a good picture.
yeah. Well, we should. Yeah, these are all like classic songs.
Yeah, this is another one that's just an all timer. I mean, it's. I don't know what it is, because like this is a song that, like, if you want to describe island vibes to me, this is a song I would think of. There's like marimbas and like the slide guitar and all that stuff. It's just so good. And I love the I don't know if it's telling a story more or less, but I do just like I guess it reminds me of when I read The Old Man and the Sea. Every time I think of this song,
Classic.
it just reminds me of that book for some reason.
Man, I got. I think I had a little gummy the other day, and zoinked out. Rewatched the Hemingway Ken Burns doc.
There's a Hemingway Kim Burns doc?
Where have you been?
I didn't know that. I mean, I don't go there. Ken Burns baseball. I was like, all right, we figured it out, guys. We're good.
Yeah, but we've talked about the American Revolution one like half every episode.
That's true. We have done that.
Yeah, he did a 3-part Hemingway one, and it's pretty good. Then they try and sneak a few things in there, but
I don't know what that means. But okay.
oh, they get off this whole thing about Hemingway like wearing girls, his mom dressing him and his sister up like the same.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, that was a sign. It was like, no, that's what they did back then. If you looked at the clothes, they were
Everybody
like
dressed the same.
gender neutral clothes. You know what I mean? He wasn't like wearing heels and
Yeah.
like a pink dress walking around.
Hemingway, every time Jimmy Buffett and Hemingway always carry for whatever reason, they are compartmentalized in the same part of my brain, because I just immediately think of them when I think of the Florida Keys.
Oh, sure.
And that, and also I bet Jimmy Buffett had a weird cat too. So
We should watch our next movie review should be Tarpon.
Tarpon?
Yeah. It's a short film. It's about 40 minutes. It's about those guys' time in Key West. Oh, dude. I've probably watched it like 10 times.
When are we going to move to Key West, guys? That's
Well, first of all, we just have to go down there and play the club.
we have to play the club.
Tom
We
Dustin.
can go ahead and say this right now, guys. If you want to see Coming Monday live, please, shoot an email to whoever you need to. Feel free to contact us. We would love to go down to Key West, do a live Coming Monday from either Comedy Key West or like just anywhere. If you have a venue, we'd love to do it. Because
We'll do it in an Airbnb.
Yeah,
everyone can come over.
We'll do it live on the beach. I don't care. I just want to go down.
I think we should try and.
We'll get that decommissioned pirate ship I've been talking about.
Yeah.
I think we should try and find a time in like April,
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 would be
May,
so good. Dude.
before like it gets too
Too touristy and stuff.
touristy.
We'll
What do you
figure
think?
it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out off. I was gonna say maybe not on the pod, but
We'll
yeah, I'm
figure it
down.
out.
Yeah. I don't want to
Come on, open up your calendar. What do you got?
Dude, it would be so awesome. Maybe the closest I've gotten to leaving the country so far.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be
It
fun.
will be.
The live Coming Monday would be awesome. That'd be so much fun.
Gotta get these numbers up.
Mike will drink if we do a live Coming Monday. But
That's a guarantee. Sorry, Angel.
oh man, do you have any thoughts on the song though? Like, what about you?
Man, I mean, I said I love it. This is. I mean, I feel like this is like probably the album I've listened to the most. So it's just it's old hat to me at this point.
I wouldn't say it's the one I've listened to the most, but it's definitely a song I've listened to a lot. So.
Surprising, like it's not like that top 8 category.
Because it mentions Havana. I bet people wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Sing about Mobile more, will you?
Hey, let's keep it within the States, my friend.
But it's great. It's real. It's a good loungy, not lounge. You know what I mean? It's like laid back. It's
laid back.
This
is one of the first songs when I realized, like, I think I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan. Because it was the first one kind of outside of the, I guess, oeuvre of like the
Steel
songs
drums.
you hear all the time. Where I was like, because I remember I saw the album cover and I was like, I had like Jimmy Buffett radio on, or like something like that, like Zach Brown radio, something like that on my Pandora. And I remember I was like, I really liked the song. And I remember I saw the album cover. I was like, I've never seen this album cover on any of the songs I like know by him. And I was like, and then I kind of like, that caused me to branch out into other ones. And I guess kind of like grew my appreciation for his music more.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I guess there's other albums besides White Sport Coat and Pink Crustacean, and then like whatever, and then like Banana Wind. So
Yeah, right, sure. Well, I mean, you're gonna follow in the steps of your mentor and get a tat.
yeah.
We're gonna cue it up right now. If this reel gets what's a good number?
What's a good number?
We're going likes. We're going off likes.
Yeah.
250.
250.
Yeah.
If this reel gets 250 likes, this guy is going to get a Jimmy Buffett tattoo.
I will. I promise.
Where would you get it?
I've
Which cheek?
Which cheek? I've been meaning to get one because I love Jimmy Buffett so much. And also, I love like.
Oh, you gotta. What are you doing? You gotta act like you never get one.
Yeah.
I already got the appointment.
Recut it.
Keep liking and subscribing.
Keep liking and subscribing though. We really do. It's funny because like I always made fun of Dr. Wilson for having one, but I always was like, that's so cool. Because that was also the first time he was really my first exposure to like parrot head culture too in general. Because like I remember he was like, because like I never knew about like, oh, there are people that follow him around and go to like every show. Because he was like, oh, I see him every time he comes like nearby. And I'm like, really? That's crazy to me. But then like it's always been something I thought was so cool and like appreciated.
You think there will ever be like ticket prices are so crazy? Who's like a band now that people are like, oh, I'm gonna go to every show?
I don't know.
Like follow the band around?
Not a band, but Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but do they travel?
I think that she is one of those people that
people will travel
seen
to
more and
go
more.
to the show,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they would travel.
I'm talking
like every show.
Every show. You got obviously got dead heads, you got parrot heads, you got fish heads.
Fish heads. Is that what they
I
call
don't
them?
know. I don't know.
Is there any other like group that has like a nickname? Oh, you guess like ICP has.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Juggalos.
Yeah, there it is. That's it.
ICP is the only other one that I think has that type of following. At least now, like in modern times, like there's no that you could realistically go see all the time because
And their thing is like they just throw
parties,
the party, right?
Yeah.
They're not playing like arenas.
No, they're not doing arenas and stuff. I mean, they've
So
done,
what's like the average ticket of an ICP show?
I mean, it can't be more than like.
$15.
And I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's
this in the
brilliant.
nicest way because like I respect what they've like built because it's just them, but it's like it can't be more.
But that's how you do it. That's my point. Is like
In Miami, they're 125.
125.
well, that's Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people who like ICP live in Miami?
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, that's looking to be their average at
125,
actually. Yeah.
which I mean for tickets,
That's wild. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I would have guessed
The
that. I'd have
cheapest
thought
I've
like
seen
$30
is in
bucks.
the 60s.
I thought the whole point is to make it cheap. So
Yeah,
you
I thought it'd be
sell
like $30 or something, but yeah. But yeah, I think what you get for that.
Man, I had to pay. You know the band Pavement? Does that track with you at all? 90s
I've heard
lo-fi
the name, but
rock
I
band.
don't know.
Dude, you never know if these bands are ever going to quit playing. So they're doing the Ryman, which I also do not like. The Ryman's terrible.
You were just full of unpopular opinions.
The Ryman stinks. Every time I'm there, there's like a pole right in front of me.
Oh yeah, well,
Like, can we get these out of here?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only
It's
place.
like
where,
I
it's
get
the only place we're sitting further away from the stage is better.
Yeah, and I get it. It's like a historic place, but it also tells me like, Oh, we've learned how to actually
do this right.
build this right. But I mean, I had to pay. I paid $250 for 2 tickets. This is insane. Again, if I'm mayor of Nashville, let me tell you the couple things are going to change. Ticket prices are going down. What else am I? Oh yeah, no parking, no paid parking.
That's right.
Can't remember anything. Just remember
NES would be hearing about it.
that.
I'd be like, get out there and get the power to the people.
It's winning me over right
Crazy,
there.
crazy.
Give me some of those cars from Cuba.
I go to
You know what?
Cuba,
Let's
get
just
one
take over Cuba.
of- get one of- go to-
No more
The
sequels.
mayor of Nashville is going to take over Cuba.
Give me a boat.
Hey,
Give me
we'll-
about 30
we'll take
people
over-
from Antioch.
I'll say this. We'll take over Cuba, and then I will get us that baseball team.
There we go. All right, should we wrap it up?
I think we can go ahead and wrap it up. Guys, that's been our show. We are so glad to be back. We're so glad to have you back. Remember to like and subscribe and tune in to the next episode coming Monday.